Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and Murloc mains, to the Heroes International Day number 1 of our second NA Qualifier. We are going to be having on the left-hand side, oh god, I just had it, we have Performance Enhancing Zugs, or PEZ for short, and on the right it will be 5 main tanks. This is the first best of 3 of the day. We'll have 3 of these. This is a single elimination bracket. If you'd like to follow along with the bracket, exclamation bracket in chat will get you over there. Now, we are going to Infernal Shrines map number 1, and we are going to see a first pick priority coming out from the side of 5 tank mains. Suddenly walked into a Stephen King novel. We haven't had corn for 100 years. What if I called my dad and he's just like, yeah, we didn't have corn when I was a kid. It was crazy. Either way, first pick priority coming out from 5 main tanks. We've got a Junkrat Joe on a ban on the left and a Hogger Sylvanas ban on the right. And that'll be a Brightwing snap from the side of our red team to kick things off. Brightwing, a fantastic hero. AoE Soothing Mist is good for cleansing. You've also just got the phase shift % heal at level 1 and cooldown reduction from the minions as well. But this is looking like a Diablo Leoric start for the side of our performance enhancing Zugs, and they've got a lot of big thick boys. That's a quick Tychus to be grabbed as well. I really like Tychus for a map like this. Commandeer Odin is extremely strong. So can the so can the Draken Laser Drill. Actually, this is a control point based map around the Skeletal Defenders, and I've seen a lot of Draken Laser Drill. Come on! I'm gonna alt F4. So that'll be a Cowardice ban from the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. Absolutely childish. Hanzo will be banned away. That's actually a really good ban as well. Plays well into the Diablo Leoric combo. You can go either of the heroics with Hanzo with Leoric's Entomb. You can also get the Lightning Breath from Diablo or even Apocalypse. Definitely corner Romania. Polenta is a stable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sovereign. Like, I was literally like, I turned to my neighbor. I was like, I grew up on Mama Liga. My mom grew up on Mama Liga. They had corn. Like, what the hell? Stukov and Vala. Okay, all right. We'll see the auto attacks from Vala. I wonder if we'll get the Orpheus special. Chaotic in the past used to play some Orphea from time to time, and this is one of the few maps where we do see Orphea. Her poke around the objective, Crushing Jaws and Eternal Feast can be really, really good with what's already been built. I would actually love to see an Orphea. Like, put CPX on Vala and put Chaotic on Orphea. I think that's a really good draft from the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. But to round things out with a Kerrigan Garrosh, I love this. Let the games begin. Okay, let the games begin. That was a snap onto the Medivh. Alrighty. Garrosh I like. Into the Diablo who wants to dive in, but now you have that extra layer of protection with the Medivh. This is actually looking like a very, very good draft from both sides. I do give the edge over to the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs. While it is a Vala hypercarry composition, they've got a lot of really good control and manipulation into the enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and swap us into our casting screen. Tell Bandit he's perfect. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. All right, well, with the draft fully unfolded, I will start the prediction. Get your gambles in, ladies and gentlemen, for map number 1 in our first best of 3 of the day. Which team will win Infernal Shrines? Get your gambles in. We'll see you in Infernal Shrines. So toxic. Rob, I agree. The toxicity. Red Robot Show is too good. I'm not even joking around when I say, I think it was JTR in chat. No, it was Hunter in the draft chat before we went live, or before we got into this game, was like, Baja, draft for us. And I was like, all right, Cho'Gall. I was like, Cho'Gall, Rhaegar, Greymane, and Dahak or something like that. Either way, let's go ahead and jump into this map, because we have got Performance Enhancing Zugs on the left-hand side in the blue with Brandon on the Diablo, BBJ on the Stukov. Chaotic will be playing the Vala, Porky on the Leoric, and CPX will be a bird. Over on the right-hand side, we are looking at 5 tank mains. We have got Final Stand on the Brightwing, Lasai on that Tychus, JTR will be playing the Kerrigan, Red Robot on the Garrosh, and Hunter to play the Blaze. We get into mid lane, we check out those level 1s, and we see what our first engagement will look like. Robin Legacy in the same chat. 30K is taking notes. Hey, Legacy, good to see you, bud. If I missed anyone in chat, good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. We got a W build Vala. Okay, so no auto attacks from the Vala. So she's just going to kind of go W poke. You've also got really good scaling around the objective with that. Red Robot looking for a stack on his level 1. Does get it. Speaking of stacks, Medivh has his baseline Arcane Rift. For anyone that might be new to Heroes of the Storm, maybe doesn't know the intricacies of some of these heroes, we'll break down some of the newer concepts, or some of these concepts, as we do have Medivh's baseline stacking. What is this? You have to hit 40 heroes, and you permanently increase the damage dealt by 75, and you reduce the cooldown by 1. Now, here's the thing with these stacks. If you die before they're finished, you lose everything. If you're at 39 stacks and CPX dives deep and tries to go for some crazy kill and dies to tower shots and doesn't get that 40th stack, he's back down to 0. So it's something to consider right there with the way that this is going to be played and the way that CPX should be positioning. But of course, once those stacks are done, he no longer has to worry about death. As we all joke around, once the stacks are done, time to turbo int, much like Kael'thas with Convection. Legacy and I are both too old to take notes. You're never too old to take notes. Phase shift from Brightwing will be on to Hunter. We continue to see Kerrigan jumping around here as well. First objective phase will be an Arcane Punisher in the top lane, so until then it's grabbing camps and looking for level 7. Typically, the first objective is level 7. Level 6.5, somewhere in the 7. It also depends on if you have any early game kills. That does push up the experience. Toss on to Brandon. He doesn't have any way to get out of here. He turned into, I think, a squirrel there for a second. Does get the Shadow Charge onto JTR, who is getting low. Kerrigan able to back away with some 700 or so HP. Taps the well, and everything is fine. Leoric does do some double soaking, pushing up the mid lane. We also have Hunter in the top doing the same thing, but Leoric won't miss out on any of that experience that is left in the lane. I do believe for those little globes that drop on the ground, it's 100% experience for 6 seconds, and it's 25% experience for 39 seconds, I think. It's like 45 seconds of total time on the battleground for that experience to be picked up. Kerrigan with a big combo onto Diablo, phase shift onto Red Robot, so very low. Portal from Medivh does get the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs out of here. Leoric takes a bit of damage. We still do not have a kill just yet from either side. They didn't go 5 tanks, I feel ripped off. I would agree with that. Ooh, Diablo getting low here. Polymorph, this could be first blood, and it is. The portal doesn't come through in time, and ladies and gentlemen, that right there is first blood. Leoric gets the Wraith Walk. Good grenade out from Lasai as well. Trying to get some good damage into Porky, who does get thrown. That's a polymorph. That's a portal, but the portal won't be clicked. 2 kills in quick succession for the side of 5 tank mains. Push them into that level 6.5 area just as the objective is popping up here. I guess saying 7 talent isn't a standard. It's more like 6 is where you're at. Sometimes it's 7, depending on how the early game kills have gone. But we've had some really good camp rotations. Neither team getting their Fallen Shaman camp. It is objective in the top lane. Fallen Shaman is still good experience, but doesn't look like they grabbed that. There was also a couple kills that were happening, so can see a little bit of a dive into that. Speaking of dives, we have Threat onto the Tychus, but he's not going to go down. Kerrigan doing Kerrigan things. It looks like the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs, they just kind of want to continue rotating, look for 7s, and then just defend against the Punisher. We'll see if Kerrigan also 39s the objective, looking for maybe a camp to amplify the siege. Hunter gets the Jet Propulsion across the wall. There's a phase shift from Brightwing that does come through. The Soothing Mist immediately as well. Critical Miss coming in and giving some extra help as well on top of that with the extra healing. Kerrigan, 32 of these Skeletal Defenders, start to back away over here. Portal from Medivh. JTR might get picked off here. This might be the first kill for the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs, and yes, it is going to be their first kill. 7 apiece in the levels, and we got some stacks to at least discuss here. 28 for the Medivh baseline, 77 souls for the Diablo. Since we're pre-level 10, he'll consume 100 souls. If he dies and he has 100 souls, he'll consume all. Post-level 10, he only consumes 75 of the 100. 33 stacks for the Vala, so she does have that jump in damage post-20, so we do have the toss also right now onto Brandon. On the opposing side of the battleground for 5 tank mains, you've got 7 stacks on the Groundbreaker, the Warbreaker for it, that Garrosh. You've got 21 stacks on the Sharpened Blades for that Kerrigan. And the Master Assassin is going to be 2 out of 15, if I'm not mistaken, is the total. Yes. But you also have the passive. You still have that passive 10%. If you finish out these 15 kills, then you get 25 total. But here we go. Arcane Punisher for the side of 5 tank mains. While the siege continues and 10 talent tiers are on the horizon, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, healing, and experience looks like in the early game for map number 1 in this first best of 3. And we'll see those 10 talents pop up at the top of the screen fairly soon. Punisher gets some damage onto the fort. Looks like most of the gate will go down, and 5 tank mains will back away. Garrosh gets the toss onto Brandon. Polymorph there as well. Protection eats a lot of the damage from the Tychus. You do have that soul shield proccing. That was that kind of that auditory noise you heard around, and then the little spell armor next to Diablo. That was what the trigger audio was for it. But a little bit of a lurking arm slow under Red Robot. BBJ post, I think level 13. He should be going into Virulent Reaction. BBJ a very, very good I mean, BBJ is just a god tier support player, so that's just it in general. But we'll be looking to see him go for some of those Virulent Reactions at level 13. That's my expectation. Do want to note we have a Decimate Garrosh. Decimate Garrosh. We got a Helicopter Boy coming in. On the opposing side, pretty standard heroics. No Apocalypse, but we do have the Lightning Breath with the Entomb. The Easy Bake Oven, if you will, and that is the Easy Bake Oven right there. You've got the DIY. Oh my god, what a great Leyline Seal. Jet Propulsion gets Hunter out, but Diablo wants the Tychus. This is gonna be 3 kills. Yes, it should be 3 kills right there. Yeah. Oh, but Brandon does go down. Souls, there it is. There's the 75 consumed of 100. Diablo's already back in the mix. We do have the mid lane pushing up. Next Punisher, Mortar Punisher, and the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs starting to build momentum here in map number 1 in their favor. Bracky. One of these days, I'm just going to make the bracket command Bracky. How you doing, people fresh? Hey, C2D2. If I've missed anyone, chat, welcome, welcome, hello. Good to see you all. Yes, these are best of 3s. Yes, today, all of the matches today are best of 3s. All of the matches tomorrow are best of 5s. Kerrigan diving in. BBJ and friends will get the portal out. BBJ around 400 HP. There's the Entomb. JTR is blocked and looking to back away. 38 stacks, by the way, on the Medivh. He's getting close to finishing them out. Diablo goes in. There's a critical miss, a soothing miss from the Brightwing. Jet Propulsion onto Chaotic as we have the strafe. I think it was actually interrupted, yes, by that Jet Propulsion. Blaze drops the bunker, but was this a bad call from the Blaze? Pops the Pyromania. He's got the armor. Jet Propulsion. Vala with the multi-shot takes him down. That's what they call it in Australia. Do they really? Mortar Punisher, I did note that. Let's see. Wow. 38 stacks for CPX. Well, CPX, you're not done yet? What's casting a game with CPX in it without a little flaming? You gotta flame the kid a little here and there. A level lead to the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. 5 tank mains are just going to be turtled up a little bit right now, looking for that 13 talent tier. CPX will be checking to see if the enemy was on that Fallen Shaman. It's not the case. 6-3 in kills, and we continue to see Diablo building up souls. He's at 86 right now. So this is what I was noting earlier. Because he's post 75, if he dies, he doesn't consume 75 out of the 86. He has to make it back to 100. So just a little clarification on that if you are wondering. Either way, Leoric is going to be finishing out the objective phase. Blaze still soaking up in the top, getting close to the level 13. And I think with that level 13 coming closer and closer, the members of 5 tank mains, they really want to try and make something happen here. They do invade onto the objective. Chaotic with a multi-shot stealing a few more skeletal defenders. 60 stacks for the Vala right now. I'm actually curious really quickly, what does that translate to? 160 damage. Oh, wait, hold on. Fight might be breaking out around the Fallen Shaman. Diablo invades with the portal. There's a lurking arm from the Stukov, and that's a dead Garrosh who just can't get away. Punisher pushing. All right, now that we don't have a fight, let's do some caster math. 162 damage plus 275, and then you've also got the extra damage from the grenade from the Arsenal level 4 if the grenade hits on top of that. So some decent damage. So what is it, like 162 plus 175 plus 173 if they get hit by a grenade. There you go. You can do that caster math. Someone's got a calculator in chat. You can do that one. Did I check the Heroes Forge thingy? I saw them yesterday. I forgot to respond to you, ISO. My apologies. When I was streaming, I literally saw it out of the corner of my eye when you posted it in Discord. I was like, that looks so cool. And I just completely forgot to. I'll check it after this match. Who's this Storm Pog X? Some new player, never heard of him? Yeah, it's a brand new player. A pre-workout enthusiast. Yeah, exactly. He's a pre-workout enthusiast. He never works out. He just likes the pre-workout. 16 Talontier will be here very, very soon for the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs. Actually, they got it right now. Over in the bottom lane, where our next Punisher will be, a Frozen Punisher. We have Medivh finishing out his stacks. 11 minutes in, 10 minutes 55. Vala with some hungering arrows into the fort, and they'll be able to take this down. A solid 2-level lead to Performance Enhancing Zugs. Sinclip, thank you for the tier 2 for 18 months. I'll resend your alert when we get out of game. Thank you very much, Sinclip, for the tier 2. As a reminder, there is a delay on stream as well, as these are live competitive games, and we have a delay so that way we can keep competitive integrity. But right now, this is just continued pressure and push, quite literally speaking of BBJ, pushing back the Garrosh. Soul Shield proccing by the Diablo. What's the cooldown on that? 45 second. Okay. Oh wait, do you get cooldown reduction on as well? Every time Diablo damages an enemy here, reduces cooldown by 1 second. Okay, so yeah. It can go off very, very often. Let's see. Yeah, it's already on an 8-second cooldown. I feel like it was actually just used like 20 seconds ago. But either way, 17 to 15 still. Medivh scouting out the enemy. You can see it right here. This is what the vision from Performance Enhancing Zugs looks like. On the opposing side, they just see a bird constantly floating above them, and it's annoying as all hell. Ha! We do also have the big level 16, the Temporal Flux. This is a big pickup for the Medivh, because not only are your basic attacks giving you cooldown reduction, but you also have Arcane Rift giving you cooldown reduction. 9%. It's actually bonkers. Wow, BBJ. Yep. Uh-huh. Vala, Chaotic will continue to push up the bottom lane a little bit here, opening up the wall, the side walls as well. And this just allows the team to move in and they're not going to be funneled in through this little choke point here. So when you have a Chromie in your team, you do not want to take those away. When you're playing against a Chromie, you want to get rid of those. Unfortunately, you can't destroy your own sidewalls. That'd be kind of cool, though. Like in Dota, how you can kill your own creep, and Heroes kill your own sidewalls. Hero Forge is amazing. Oh yeah, like anytime I've ever done like D&D stuff, it's a great way to make like the little character avatar for your for like Roll20 or something. Okay, 10 skeletal defenders, a quarter of the way through, quite rapidly for the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. Here comes the Commandeer Odin, even Talontiers, 18 to 16 in the levels, 8 to 3 in our kills. Garrosh has got that Decimate. Kerrigan diving onto Leorc. He does have the Ominous Wraith and Royal Focus for the cooldown reduction, or the damage reduction, as well as the literal cooldown reduction as well with the Skeletal Swing. We have a Leyline Seal. Now watch that cooldown on Leyline Seal. Look at how quickly that Leyline Seal cooldown's going as the Entomb also comes out. Bunker down from Blaze, buys a small window. Lightning Breath from Diablo is available as Leorc does go down. Kerrigan to be traded, so does the Brightwing fall. And the portal forward, this is a big Lightning Breath, but CPX uses the Leyline Seal. It doesn't matter, it's fine, because it's going to not be a... Double kill. It's not a... Triple kill. It's not. That right there is a... Team kill. Frozen Punisher bottom lane, 30 seconds on average for the members of 5 tank mains, and my gut feeling is this is going to be the end of map number 1 here in our first best of 3 of the day. Really good play coming out from both teams, but that mid game, that like level, I would say for sure level 10, maybe around level 7ish, it really started to shift dynamically quick. It dynamically shifted over to the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. Kerrigan, she'll pull the Punisher over to the left-hand side, but the damage is still in. Chaotic's got full hatred, and everyone's just smacking their way through the core. I mean, BBJ is dealing like probably 500 damage in auto right now. That's not even exaggeration, it's probably the truth, but either way, the core will fall. And that'll be map number 1 to the side of performance enhancing Zugs. GG. Well played. No, it's team kill. It's
team kill.
I do have the monster kill stuff. Wait, hold on really quickly. Hold on, where is it? Man, watching that fight, all I could think was,
holy shit.
You're welcome. Alrighty, let's Sylvanas would be absolute insanity for simplicity. The push potential. The
Bahamut Bahasip.
Thank you again, Sinclip, for the tier 2 for 18 months. Which team wins Infernal Shrines performance enhancing Zugs? You get to go play D&D tonight. Nice, nice. Are you gonna kill the Beholder? I didn't even go fishing. And we have this delicious Prime Gaming jumping up on our boat. Thank you very much, Kaladin, for your Prime Gaming. Thank you so very, very much. 5, Tankman gonna first ban Medivh now. We'll see. We'll see. We're just waiting on our next lobby here. Let's go ahead and update our scores so they reflect correctly in our first best of 3 of the day. If you'd like to follow along with the bracket or check out any of the other games that are currently happening, exclamation bracket in chat. Excuse me. Oh, I got a lobby. Got a pickle. Alrighty, let's see. Doesn't look like we have any scores being reported yet. I'm just F5ing the website. So no scores reported yet, but we will slowly but surely figure out who is going to be making it into the double elimination bracket tomorrow. As a reminder, the matches today, all matches today are best of 3s, and this is single elimination, meaning you lose your best of 3, that's it, you're out, and you hope to God you get invited to the last chance qualifier that is happening next weekend. The third qualifier is invitation only, from my understanding, and it will be happening September 17th and 18th at the exact same time. Hey, Ordic, what's up? Need to... Whoa, Jesus. I'm flaming CPX because he said he needs to use the bathroom. I'm like, dude, it's been 30 minutes! Ridiculous. You are correct, so teams do your best. So we're just waiting on, we're waiting on one person to get in the lobby, and we're waiting for the lobby host to come back, because apparently they have to use the bathroom already. It was good Medivh play. It was really, really good Medivh play from CPX in map number 1. I definitely agree. I don't think there's a way. Can you cast and heal at heal same time? Let me just caster R Spooky Worm. PPL? Yes, PPL. I don't know what that emote combo is, Zam, but I love it. A little is that a little Viking? Is a little Viking running away? Oh, it's June, yeah. Alright. Draft is ready. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Heroes International NA Qualifier. We're in our first map of our first series, excuse me, of the day, and we're going to be going to Cursed Hollow. So we'll go ahead and I'll pre-type up the predictions, so that's ready to go at the end of the draft, and let's dive into this. It's running to the bathroom. Got it. Well, first pick priority from the side of 5 tank mains. They opted into this as the losing side, so we'll go ahead and we'll see what they opt in for here. Will there be a potential Cho'Gall? Curse Hollow, it's a big map. It's a harder Cho'Gall map. There's the predicted ban onto Medivh, and really, who can you blame? Or can you really blame them? There we go. But Medivh was really, really hard to deal with last game. Ting's OP. Tings is OP. Yep. Looks like, who was swapped out? Who was swapped out? Because Ivy wasn't in the last game. Chaotic. Chaotic was swapped out. That's right. Chaotic was swapped out for Ivy. Medivh, Zeratul, and Junkrat Brightwing. Okay. No tank priority bans. No solo bans. We could see Falstad pop up here as well. I am curious what they're going to be going for their first pick. Hanzo. Okay.
Redemption.
Hanzo's really strong for this map. A lot of really good value from scatter arrows. Boss grabs are great. Ooh, a Murden Dahaka. I like the Dahaka quite a bit for a map like this. Global value. Wave clear, movement speed with the enhanced agility is the assumption at level 1, but even then still, the tissue regeneration is great for tankiness. And you've also got the, I believe it's the Enduring Swarm at level 1, if you want to get some spell armor, which is also a good way to, if you go like W build with Dahaka, the Enduring Swarm is nice because it synergizes with your level 4. If you go into the one who, or the Hero Stalker, and then the level 7, which is the one I always forget, which is going to be, what is it? It's cooldown reduction? Yeah, cooldown reduction from W. I always forget. Maybe I have it backwards. Maybe Enduring Swarm is the level 7. But either way, Lucio, Blaze, Hanzo. We do see a Diablo to be banned away as well. So no follow-up. Like, there's no Blaze Jet Propulsion into Diablo, so that they took away that value on the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. And I really do like that. That's a really nice call from our blue team. Genji to be banned away as well. I guess the Genji dive to the backline is really, really nice to kind of harass the Hanzo. Genji has a lot of mobility with the Swift Strike, as well as the Cyber Agility to chase after Hanzo, which Hanzo only has the natural agility to jump over the wall once. You can get cooldown reduction later on, but I think Genji might be able to close the gap too often, and they'll just get rid of that. Next 2 picks coming out from the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. It will be the Sylvanas, and what else? Don't really know what they're going to be going. They do need a healer. I was thinking they could go Stukov again, honestly. I did like the Stukov from BBJ, but we're going to be seeing a Rhaegar instead. Last 2 picks out from the side of 5 tank mains. They're going to need a main tank, and they're going to need some extra damage. I like the idea of like a Falstad, and they could also be going into maybe the Garrosh again. Ooh, a Hogger, gets camps pretty good. There's a new Barak. Alrighty. Hyper carry Hanzo, though Blaze and Hogger do have decent damage, so we'll see how this all works out. Lot of chain CC, jet propulsion, shockwave at level 10 if Hogger goes into it. You've got a new Barak double stuns. At level 20, you've got 4 stuns with rewind. Like it's kind of crazy the CC potential. And to round out the draft for performance enhancing Zugs, they're gonna go a Tracer. Alrighty. Sustain damage, trying to get into the backline, take down the Hanzo, and then just shred through the rest of the enemy team. This could be really good. Also, Sylvanas, I believe she can go percent-based damage at level 1, so that could be also a way for her to kind of chunk into Blaze, Hogger, and a new Barak. I'm going to go ahead and swap us over to the casting screen, and I will start our prediction here. Which team is going to win Cursed Hollow? Get your predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. Finally done with my work for the week so I can actually enjoy the weekend. I'm glad to hear that, Ninja. You're just in time for a prediction and a game. Welcome, welcome. I hope you get to have some nice, relaxing time off. Have a couple beers, maybe eat a pizza, maybe get some chicken wings with the pizza. Oh, what a combo. Wings and pizza, On the left-hand side, we have performance-enhancing Zugs. Is it really a Bahamut stream if I don't start talking about food at some point? But BBJ will be on the Rhaegar, Porky on the Dahaka, IB is going to be on the Sylvanas, CPX will be on the Tracer, and Brandon on the Muradin. Over on the right-hand side, we're looking at 5 tank mains. We've got Final Stand on the Lucio. Asai will be playing the Hanzo, Red Robot on the Anubarak. Hunter will be playing the Blaze. My apologies. And JTR will be on the Hogger. Let's get into mid lane, check out the level 1s, and see what our first engagement looks like.
Fight.
Are any other matches being cast, especially for the next round? Well, I will be following through, the winner of this series. I'm just going to be following through that portion of the bracket. For other casters, I do not know. I would definitely, you could probably just click on the Here's the Storm game, and you could scroll through Twitch, but off the top of my head, I do not know who else is casting today. Tracer, Sylvanas, and Rhaegar pushing up the bottom lane. They will be able to get the tower, some damage on the front gate. Muradin with the Stormbolt, pressuring Red Robot, who does get the burrow away. JTR with the staggering blow as the siege continues through the bottom lane. Sylvanas does have that overwhelming affliction at level 1, and there's first blood in favor for performance-enhancing Zugs. While they looked a little wobbly, I guess you could say, at the start of the last map, they are kicking this one off with a hard kill onto Hogger. Oh, EU is still going? Damn. Well, at least the tomorrow's still gonna be a long day of casting, but it's at least there aren't other best of 3s tomorrow. Like today is all best of 3s, tomorrow's all best of 5s. I think it's 3 best of 3s today and 3 best of 5s tomorrow. Yes, and well, technically there's 4 best of 5s tomorrow, but two matches will happen at the exact same time at the start, and then you'll have the lower bracket, and then you'll have the grand finals. So I'll be casting 3 best of 5s tomorrow, and we'll be doing 3 best of 3s today. Thanks, you're welcome. Level 4 apiece in a second here. Just skimming through the talents as well to see if there's anything that pops up that's like, ooh. Nothing really of major note right now. We do have Journeyman's Cooking for the Hogger, but that does amplify his available health pool as well. And he also gets the little bit of heal passively. Okay, sorry, I looked at Discord for a second to see if that was a message for me, but it's not the case. Mid lane will be cleared out. We do still have the Bruiser camp, excuse me, in favor for performance-enhancing Zugs, and we'll see if Sylvanas will pop those black arrows into mid lane. Let's actually check really quickly. She does have her black arrows available if they want to amplify the siege into the mid lane. First objective will be bottom center of the map, Dahaka to go to top lane. The assumption is that Porky does have his brush stock, and he does get the dismount onto Hunter. That's the only reason that auto attack happened, is just to get the dismount and slow down Blaze within the rotation. As Jet Propulsion goes out, does connect onto Brandon. Brandon gets the dwarf toss to the far side of the wall. Nubrek following up with the burrow. There's a Hanzo scatter in the hallway, and that's a kill to the side of 5 tank mains. Ah, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you, Kaladin. Looks like the first objective is given away by performance-enhancing Zugs, and they will just hard push the top lane. Totem down in the bush does get some scouting and slows people down, stepping up, and this is easily the fort front gate to fall before the rotation is had. Really good timing from performance-enhancing Zugs. Yes, they did give up the objective, but I think they're fine with opening up the map further for their team. Muradin Skullcracker at 7. We do have the drag. You got the Feeding Frenzy, Burrow from Anubrak. That's going to be a dead bug, and Anubrak will fall. By the way, the Feeding Frenzy increases the drag duration from 1.75 seconds to 2.25 seconds in totality. So there you go. If you've ever wanted to know what that drag duration total is, it's 2.25 seconds, which it's weird. That 0.5 seconds, like, I think a lot of us are so used to the feeling of the drag duration without that like when that 0.5 seconds happens, you're like, why am I still getting dragged? I think it's like equivalent to like, I think you can get like 2 more autos in, like if you drag and then just auto, I think you can get like 2 more autos in because of that. Or maybe like one in a, you know, he's like swinging or something still. Dahaka, Tracer in the bottom. Next objective's here. Brandon being scouted out in the bush, trying to get an interrupt over here. Haunting Wave from Sylvanas does get the interrupt onto Anubarak, who burrow charges on Brandon, taking a lot of damage. BBJ with the heals, but it's not enough to get the kill into Muradin. Muradin actually doesn't look like he tapped the well. I thought he was going back for it there. He keeps going back towards the well. Does he not have well? Yeah, he doesn't. Not for like 80-something seconds. Weird. Great drag from Porky to connect right there. Burrow out from the Anubarak. A lot of low blue health bars, but that does not matter because the onslaught is happening. This is Black Arrows onto the fort. They could chase further on the side of performance-enhancing Zugs, but they decide to just siege and go for the objective. Hogger... No, they're just rotating to mid. I thought they were going to maybe try and delay out Muradin. Actually, Red Robot will get one delay. The top lane fort goes down to the Sylvanas. Do we see a boss call? No. Anubarak's still trying to delay. This might... Oh, if that drag connected, it could have been greedy. Tracer, CPX chasing in, tracing in. The Machine, the Tongue Master, the Liam Slayer. He has many titles. I don't know if I really want to call Porky the Tongue Master. How you doing, Cattle? Oh my god, please make them stop. Stop what? Stop it, he's already dead! Is Brandon considering invading this?
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
Okay, no. Anubarak is, the burrow charge is going to be sidestepped by Brandon. Objective phase favoring the position of 5 tank mains. Performance-enhancing Zugs do have Porky pushing up the bottom lane. It doesn't matter if you want to, you have to. Oh, alright. Oh, the Massacre in the top lane. Arrow. Whee! Oh, there's a fight probably, right? Nope, nothing happened. Jet Propulsion is going to be cleansed out, but Brandon has to get the Ancestral. Does also use the Avatar. The fight breaks out as Tracer comes in. Big Pulse Bomb, bunker down from the Blaze. Hogger with some of that trash on the ground as well. Trying to create a little bit of terrain to push back the enemy. Boss in the top lane being cleared out by Porky. Boss in the bottom lane getting a little bit of damage onto the keep front gate, with a massive wave coming up right behind that. Meanwhile, the fight continues over around the objective with the Tracer getting cocooned. BBJ going to tap well. Brandon getting... I was going to say getting low, but he actually kind of seems fine in the position, even though he does drop to 50%. Hanzo trying to get some scatters out here. Porky pops the Essence, burrows under the ground, does have the Lurker Strain, and this is still the objective phase up being traded. Muradin Dwarf tosses in, landing onto the Blaze. The high five from Lucio does come through. The Journeyman's cooking at 23 stacks on that Hogger. Drag from Dahaka does connect onto Blaze. Pulse Bomb as well. And that's a Jet Propulsion eaten by CPX. Scatter comes out, but Tracer doesn't go down. Agility over the wall, Burrow Charge over the wall, and we have a spin out from Hogger. As that bottom lane keep front gate did take quite a bit of damage, does go down. Brandon with the channel does get interrupted by the max range interrupt of Lasai. Scatters coming out, but those scatters, yeah, they don't go over the wall over there. As the Black Arrow from Sylvanas does lock down the tower. So Lucio, oh my god, Lucio. Hanzo rips a point-blank arrow, but still goes down. Final Stand trying to heal up the allies as the fort is dealing quite a bit of damage, reducing that armor, and that fort will fall in this mid lane. The keep in bottom lane still taking some decent damage from that wave that did get pushed up. Another drag will connect this time onto Blaze, and the Pulse Bomb does connect as well. A nice 1-2 punch coming out from the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs every single time with this Tracer Dahaka combo. This could be cursed in favor for the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. Next boss is 2 minutes and something, 2 minutes and 22. And we do have Siege Giants over here on the right, which will be scattered out by Hanzo. We can actually jump onto the vision and see what our red team is seeing. So we got that Hogger up in the top lane, blazing a Nubarak in the mid. They can see Dahaka is up here, but they can't see the enemy. So it's like, oh, is that Dahaka with allies, or is that just a Dahaka threatening? It's just the Dahaka threatening as the rest of the allies are grabbing that camp. Now look at this wraparound onto Dahaka. He doesn't see the Anubarak right below him. The Anubarak was somewhere over here. This could be a nice little pincer onto Dahaka. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I'm waiting to see if Dahaka notices it as well. Here comes Lucio, gets the push off. Porky taking a bit of damage, burrows under the ground to buy a little bit of time. Porky actually might be sacrificing himself here while the rest of the team will go win the game, because that is seemingly the case. Porky gets pushed around, does go down, but that's a keep in bottom to fall. Keep in mid should fall as well. Arrow goes out. The jet propulsion won't connect. We have a burrow charge that does go in. Ancestral healing doesn't come through. Ancestral healing is a 1 second. I always gotta remind you that, like, the ancestor healing is a 1 second, and I said mid keep was going down. I was expecting this to be performance enhancing Zugs all the way, just, you know, taking down structures, maybe even going core, but with the kill onto Dahaka, with the death of BBJ, it looks like they will back away. 45 on the boss for bottom, 50 for the boss on the top. Sylvanas just gonna grab a camp. Why did you do that, Ninja? Please don't just do things like that. Please don't do things like that, man. 16 to 14 in the levels. Stormbolt connects onto 2. Wailing Arrow goes out as well. That's a lot of damage onto the Anubarak, but the Shockwave from Hogger slows things down. It's a Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas as well. Hunter will go down on the left-hand side of our screen. And now, boss and bottom is up. Boss and top is 6 seconds away. I think there was a consideration of we should go bottom to our boss, but then there was the call to stay in top lane. I like this call. It's a little bit delayed, but it's really not that big of a deal. Well, the assumption is there, so they're just going to trade these things out, which it's the best call. Nope. I leave certain sound alerts on for specific reasons. The WoW and the Darkest Dungeon, those are always on for casting. They have always been on for casting. Top lane keep shall fall as we have the Black Arrows knocking this down to about 50%. Actually, the boss will get here just as the keep falls, which is great. So performance enhancing Zugs, they could be looking for game right here. Drag from Dahaka. Little high fives coming out as well. I'm just waiting to see. There's a Cocoon onto the Tracer. Boss is getting autos onto the core. The shielding is starting to fall. Very low Anubarak getting shredded right now, and Sylvanas finds that kill. Haunting Wave in. That's an Ancestor Healing. Will connect onto Porky this time as that armor reduction from the core defenses. But the core is falling rapidly here. Ladies and gentlemen, our first best of 3 of the day will go over to the side of performance enhancing Zugs. They take this 2-0. GG. Well played.